Welcome to my portfolio training course. In this course, I'm going to show you how to create a portfolio even if you are just starting and you don't even have any experience. Now, we're going to start it with foundation of a winning portfolio. Before I start, the reason why I'm talking about this portfolio is that I once worked with someone who wanted to volunteer and work with me, and I asked the person, okay, I'm connecting her to a founder. Then I asked her to submit a portfolio, and believe me, she just submits a one-page portfolio, and and there is no job or anything that she have done. She just writes her name, and I think she also had a certification, and that is all as a virtual assistant. And I told her this is not a portfolio. If you've done anything in the past, you can screenshot and add it to this. That's going to what's going to make up your portfolio. So she have to do the needful correction. And that is why if you're a beginner, you need to ask questions. In some cases, you need to make deeper research. We all have tools available. Let's always try to push ourselves beyond our limits at times. That works better. So let's start with the foundation of a winning portfolio, and that's what we'll be discussing here. And when it comes to your building, your first step in your journey, your portfolio is very, very important because it is an essential element of what is going to make a client want to work with you or love what you do. So you have to make sure that your portfolio stand out. Now, why you need a portfolio even with no experience? Getting started as a virtual assistant or a freelancer can feel overwhelming, like you get tired, especially if you are just starting and you don't know where to start from. I remember when I first started, I don't have any experience. I was lost on where am I supposed to start from, or even creating portfolio. Even though I've attended a lot of seminar, a lot of training. I graduated from ALS virtual assistant training, and we were being taught how to use our LinkedIn to search for clients, but there is no this step-by-step approach on how you can achieve all these things. So it was just training, and I feel there are no step-by-step way to do it, and that is what this video is all about. It's going to show you step by step. We're going to take it one step after another when talking about building your portfolio. So that is what we are going to do here. What is the purpose of portfolio? Portfolio is just like a store. Let's say you are an hairstylist and you have a store where you usually make people's hair. When people come to your store, the first time customers, let's say intending customers, when they come to your shop, how do they feel it? Does it look professional? Does it look attractive? Does it convince the intending customer that, oh, you can do the job? That is what portfolio is. So in the digital space, the portfolio is like your storefront. It talks about you, what you've done in the past, how you are able to organize yourself, how you structure everything you are doing. That is what portfolio is all about. So it showcases your potential, it highlights your skills, what you can do, what you've done in the past, and how you can help them. So what is the purpose of a portfolio? It builds professionalism and trust. So now, your portfolio communicates to clients that, oh, you are organized. Especially when you use a visually appealing portfolio, it signals to them that you're serious about your work and you are interested in delivering value. It gives them that trust that, oh, this person is trustworthy and he or she can work with us. Even if you are starting with no experience, a portfolio can be your most powerful tool. It's your way of saying I'm ready to help you succeed. As a virtual assistant, you are there to help founders succeed. So when you show your portfolio, it's showing that you're ready to help a founder to succeed. So now let's go there. The anatomy of a great portfolio. What makes a portfolio stand out? What makes it looks great? Now, a great portfolio is more than just a list of projects. It is a story about who you are, what you do, and how you can help your clients succeed. To make sure your portfolio grabs the attention and convinces potential clients to hire you, it needs a key elements. Let's talk about those key elements that must be part of your portfolio. Your about me. You must have about me section This section is your chance to introduce yourself, about your name or title, and it also talks a little bit about why you do what you do, your soft skills, your a touch of your personality about who you are. For instance, look at the example that I cited there. Hi, I am Adebisi Ebun, and I'm passionate about helping businesses run smoothly with a knack for organization and a love for problem solving. I thrive on creating effective workflow that save your time and energy. So that is a little bit about you. Then you have the services that you offer. It should be clearly listed. You have to be specific about what you offer and how it can be of benefit to them. Now, what to include in your portfolio: screenshots, screenshot documents or mock-up of work you've done, a brief description of the project or task, highlighting the problem and how you solve it, measurable results if available, e.g., crafted a workflow that reduced client response time by 30%. You have to give them quantity of your result. Let's say you are a social media manager and you grow an account in 3 months from 5,000 followers to 5,050 followers. You have to state it. Now, how can you make this measurable? You can say grow Facebook account from um 500 followers to 550 followers in 3 months. It's a result. No, you don't need to look for the big figures. It's a result. So, or maybe you track the impression about the page you manage as a social media manager. If you're an email marketer and you notice that when you started, your email open rate was like 5%. But when you join them, you improve the open rate and it increases from 5% to like 7 or 8%. It's a result, it's a measurable result. You can add it to your portfolio. Then we also have what we call sample or case studies. This is where you showcase your skill with real or mock-up example. So if you don't have a paid experience or you have not volunteered before, use your personal projects. Use your personal project to demonstrate your expertise. You can also use volunteering experience, even if it is 1 day volunteering experience or 2 days or 2 weeks, depending on what you do. Because I remember when I was in my ALS training, we did a volunteering project and it was just for 1 week. Yes, I was able to get a portfolio from that because I think I worked with somebody on cleaning up his Excel. It was a large file, and those are the parts of things that we called portfolio that we can use as our portfolio. So a screenshot of the document or the mock-up of what you've done, a brief description of the project. Now let me give you an example of what I've done personally. I received an invite on Upwork to work on a project and I submitted my portfolio. There is a part of my portfolio that I talk about my YouTube channel, how I grow it, and I added it as my personal project. That is a portfolio. That is even real life portfolio because I've experienced it. I was one that grew the channel and I added it as my portfolio. So I'll be also be sharing different kind of portfolio I have personally as a virtual assistant. So measurable results if available. Let me show you my screen of that particular portfolio that I was talking about. This is it. Let me scroll down. This is one of my this one is for virtual assistant, you know. This is for virtual assistant portfolio. Come in, this is it. Look at it: work experience, self-owned businesses, industries, online education slash freelancing, YouTube content creator and social media strategies. Grew channels to 50,600 views and 168.5 hours of watch time in 90 days. Gained 235 subscribers with consistent growth tied to tip focused motivational content. Video reached 139 views within 48 hours of posting. Did you see it? This is a client testimonial, self-owned project. This channel became more than just content. It became a safe, supportive corner of the internet where freelancers and future virtual assistants feel seen, encouraged, and empowered to grow. And I also screenshot the analytics. These are my analytics, and I screenshot it and add it to my portfolio. So this is what I'm talking about, that your portfolio You can add your personal project, your social media, those your Facebook that you grew, that you are having large audience. You can use the analytics and add it to your portfolio. So let's continue. Now, testimonial. Testimonial is very, very important. Honestly, testimonial build trust, testimonial make you accountable, testimonial make clients believe that you have done something related to this thing before. But how can you get testimonial when you don't have zero experience, when you don't have any experience? Like I said, you can get testimonial from your friends, from your colleagues, from people that you have worked with. You can tell them to write a short, simple statement about you, and that is will be your that will be added to your portfolio as a testimonial. So you can always tell people to write something about you. You've worked with your friend before, you've collaborated before. You can ask them about what you've done in the past. How do they feel? It's not about how much experience you have, it's about how you present what you bring to the table. Well, with a well structured portfolio. Now, building your portfolio step by step. Number one is introduction. Identifying transferable skills and experience. This is where the problem lies. Most people don't know how they can identify their transferable skills, like what are the skills that they bring to the table. So now what you need to do here is that when you want to identify your transferable skills, these are the things that you need to do. Number one thing is that you need to understand your transferable skills. Let me use myself as an example. When I was a teacher, I handle a lot of administrative work related to visual assistant. One of those things is data entry. We normally enter the report card of our students. We do the um hard copy and the soft copy. So we enter those report card inside the website of the school I work with. That is data entry, and that can also be screenshot as my portfolio. So that is one way. Another way is that we usually do the register. We mark the register. Another way is that we have community online for parents where we talk, we post, we greet them. That is also part of your portfolio that I can bring to the table as a teacher. I plan for lesson and I do this online as well. That is part of my portfolio that I can add it as an experience. I can transfer those experience into my portfolio as a transferable skills. So just look at what you even if you have not started working as a virtual assistant, there are many skills that you can transfer. So how can you do this? Frame your From your past experience, look at your story. Like I said, I am an administrative teacher. I am also part of the marketing team. I handle presentation skills during the PTA meeting. All these are transferable skills. So draw from your volunteer or projects. You can also get transferable skills from your volunteering when you volunteer for people or you handle a project. All this experience that you are getting, they are also transferable skills. So some people have worked as a social media manager before, but when you ask them, they will say they are not social media manager. But in real life, they have actually do a project that is related to social media manager, maybe by volunteering for a church, a school, an NGO to help them manage their page. You are a social media manager. So those are the skills that you can transfer. So what I want you to do is that I want you to write down your past role, including your job, your school project, your volunteering work, or your personal project. Then for each role, list the tasks you perform and the skills required to complete them. Think about how those skills relate to common virtual assistant tasks such as scheduling, communication, research and organization. And you can also leverage ChatGPT. You can tell ChatGPT that you've worked on this project in the past and you want to identify your transferable skills. Can ChatGPT help you to list out some of the transferable skills that are related to virtual assistant? So it's going to tell you those skills that you can transfer, that you can bring to the table as a virtual assistant. I talk about mock-up samples. Now, let's go there. How can you create mock-up samples? It's just like a fictional project designed to highlight your expertise. They don't have to come from real clients. That's just it. But you must have one if you don't have any experience and you want to build your portfolio. It's just a proof of concept. Yes, that's what um uh, mock-up project. That's what it's all about. So it's just a proof of concept. So how to create a mock-up sample? Choose the mock-up project that highlights your skills. For example, a newsletter for a fictional client. Create a promotional email for hypothetical business such as wellness coach for online boutique. Use tools like Canva or Mailchimp to design the email. Focus on clear, engaging copy and the visually appealing layout. Now, this is it. You're going to do this thing, but it's going to be for a fictional client. A fictional client is just like you are envisioning your ideal client and you want to work with them. So you are going to create a short like this. Now we are talking about designing email, so you are going to open an account in email or in Canva, then you design the email. You will design it actually, then you screenshot it. That is part what you can do. A social media content calendar. Design a week-long content plan for a fictional client. Include post caption, hashtag, and the publishing schedule. You can use tools like Google Sheets, Trello, or Canva to organize your content. So this is also another example. So you will create it in a Google document, and it's going to show as if this thing is real. You want to work with this person, you are going to design the content, you are going to design the caption, and you screenshot it. That is also part of your mock-up samples. You do it by yourself. Yes, even though you didn't work with real clients. Then now I have another example here. A task organization chart. Create a project management or task organization chart for fictional clients. Use tools like Asana, Trello, or Excel to show how you want to organize and prioritize tasks for efficiency. So you can create all these things. In fact, this is going to be a learning curve for you. If you're a beginner, you learn how to use Trello, you learn how to use Excel, and use it to create a fictional project for yourself. You screenshot it and add it as a mock-up portfolio. So I don't want to hear anything like I don't have a portfolio now. If you have watched this video to this level, there shouldn't be anything like that. So present your sample professionally. Once your mock-up samples are ready, format them neatly for presentation. You can convert them into a single document using slide deck in Google Slides. You can use Canva, you can use Microsoft PowerPoint, and make sure you include a brief description of the project. A newsletter designed for a fictional wellness coach promoting their new yoga class. The tools you use to create it, highlights of your process or unique touches you added to it. Now you have to add personalization and creativity. So make sure that you do this when you are in a good mood and you are not rushing. Because I notice a lot of people when they want to create their portfolio, they are always rushing. See, all this thing when you want to do, you have to be emotional stabilized and be ready to do it. It takes a lot of time. It takes a lot of time. So you can use free tools to create a professional portfolio. So you don't need to hire a portfolio designer or a professional designer. You can learn how to do this here. You can use free tools. We have the PDF portfolio. This one you can use it as an email. Then we have the online portfolio. So you have to decide which format you want to use as you are starting. We have free tools. You can use Canva. Once you go to Canva, sign into your account, search for portfolio template, add section like about me and the likes, and you're good to go. I use Canva to design all my portfolio. And do you know that you can also convert your portfolio to websites with your URL? Yeah, I'm going to show you that in other videos. Because I'm doing a video on tools for virtual assistant. So I'll be showing you that. Then you can use free tools to create a professional portfolio like Google Sites. You can use Google to do this as well. Then, you know, make sure that you follow each of these steps when you're doing it. When you open your Canva, you search for portfolio, you create from that, you drag and drop. Everybody know how to drag and drop in Canva. So just use that and use that as well for your Google site if you're using Google site. So we have templates and example. Now we are not going here now. We're not going to talk about niche. This is where I'm going to stop. But I want to show you my portfolio. My portfolio, I think I have four portfolios as a virtual assistant. I have different niches. I have niches as social media manager. I have niches as a content writer, although I'm an AI content writer. I have niches for outreaching, and I think that is all. This is my social media portfolio. This one is basically for social media. Social media. I targeted everything here to social media because all these people I've worked with, I've also worked with their social media. So then I have this one as writing portfolio. This is basically for my writing. You see, my about me, my skills, my previous work. I even linked it. Then I have my outreaching. This one is for those who want to outreach and who are looking for leads. I added it as my portfolio. Then I also have my virtual assistant portfolio. This is for clients who want to hire me as a virtual assistant to work at the back end system. So this is everything that you need to learn about portfolio. So I'm going to encourage you, take your time, work on yourself, build your portfolio, and start getting ready for our outreaching. If you watch this video to this level, thank you very much. It means a whole lot. This is a long video, and I know it's not easy to stick around and watch a long video like this. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for commenting. Thank you for liking. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for talking about what I do with your friends. I really appreciate everything. When you do things like this, you comment, you like, you are making me to do more, and I'm willing to do more. So see you in my next video. Bye bye.